Hi, welcome to the May 2020 Bourne Review. I'm Susan Barlow. First, some headline news and announcements. Town election is set for June 23rd. People are encouraged to vote remotely by downloading an application from the townofbourne.com website clerk's page. If you prefer to go to the polls in person, be sure to wear a mask and bring your own writing implement. The Board of Selectmen have announced that town meeting June 29th will take place at 7 p.m. on Jackson Field at Bourne High School. There will be a tent put up in case of rain. Once again, IceSwim has expanded its level of service as things progress to the new normal. The residential recycling center basically has everything open except it will not accept mattresses, and Dorothy's unfortunately still remains closed, possibly until Phase 4. The canal is now closed to commercial fishing with a new slot size regulation and a limit of 1 fish per angler per day. Our top stories are protests and pandemic. A peaceful Black Lives Matter rally was held on Main Street in Bourne on June 4th. Police estimate 600 to 700 protesters, almost all wearing face coverings, lined the street in front of Buzzards Bay Park and some of Bourne's newest restaurants. It is one of thousands of rallies across the nation and around the world to protest the killing of George Floyd by Minneapolis police.
We're here representing the town of Bourne to say Black Lives Matter.
Just happy to be here. I'm shocked how many people are actually here. You know, because you see all the posts on Facebook, it's going to be violence, it's going to be this and that, and you're like, look, it's not. You know, people can handle themselves. This is an issue people need to talk about.
I'm out because Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, and we have a real problem in our society that needs to be addressed. It's terrible that it takes the killing of innocent people for so many people to come out and speak up. But as a white mother who has teen boys, I feel our white privilege really heavily, and I'm trying to help change their world and the world of all the Black and minority Americans who are oppressed and fearful and angry. So I'm just trying to do my small part.
So I feel like as a privileged white person, I have a duty to be out here. It's not good enough to just not be racist. You have to be actively anti-racist. So it's important to show that this movement, that everyone out here can come out and support Black Lives Matter. You don't just have to be Black or a person of color. We have a duty. We have a duty to be here, and that it's not good enough to sit on the sidelines. And finally people are waking up to the racist nature of the police department. And it's time for Americans to take a stand for what matters.
Just to stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters of color to bring about change, because change is so necessary, and it's long overdue. And there's some very real systemic changes that need to be made so that we can grow and evolve, and that's why we're here, to hope to bring about that change. My little boy wants to be a police officer when he grows up because he thinks they catch bad guys and keep us safe. So I want our police department to live up to that. I want them to be heroes, and a lot of them are. So I think they should be empowered to speak up more too against, the ones that aren't.
Thank you.
Well, what brought me out is that I believe that the Black Lives Matter is much more complex than people give it credit to be, and we need to change the script. And I support youth, I support people of all races.
So you look around here and you see these crowds, and what are your thoughts about how the turnout is?
I'm so excited. I've never seen this here. I'm very excited. I think, the only way we get through things is to have dialogue, is to talk about it, to be candid, to be able to hear what people have to say.
Do you feel like there are things we can do in Bourne to improve our relations?
Well, I can tell you that just about anything in life, I think we can improve. And so, not to just put it into that category, but I think that we need to talk about it. You know, it's not something necessarily that we do talk about because it's not, you know, we're a nice quiet little town, and but it's here and it's real. And we all need to do what we can do.
Brought my daughter out here. Yeah, just wanted her to be a part of this. This be an early memory.
Yeah.
You know, that we can dream, really dream of a better world for everybody.
Peaceful rallies were also held in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Plymouth. Governor Charlie Baker has detailed his phases for reopening our economy. The debate across the country and here on the Cape continues as to whether we are reopening too slow or too fast. The Cape is particularly concerned as Memorial Day is also known as the unofficial kickoff to summer and the Cape's summer tourism season, the lifeblood of much of Cape Cod's economy. How are you ladies doing? Good. I'm with Bourne TV. I'm just curious what's going on out here. What are you hoping to achieve?
Well, in the short term, to reopen Cape Cod, I mean, we're just sick of this, you know. And
are you from the Cape?
Yeah, I'm from Mashpee. And we just want to get the businesses back online. At Mashpee Commons, like 9 stores went under. They're never coming back. And that's just a darn shame. And for Charlie Baker, I don't have a lot of nice things to say about him, but you know, he and the legislature, they're still bringing home their paychecks, and they're not doing a whole lot. So I don't really think they care a hoot about the working guys, you know. And the parents that are home with school-aged children, I mean, there's even talk that school's not going to start till 2021. That's insane. So we're just fed up with the whole thing. We just want Cape Cod and the rest of America to open up.
Phase 2 of the reopening plan begins June 8th and allows for short-term rentals, which are rentals under 31 days, and restaurants, which have been limited to takeout and curbside pickup only, can now have outdoor dining with restrictions. Bourne and other towns have been grappling with how best to support our restaurants, which have been hard hit by the pandemic restrictions. Falmouth selectmen voted to close a section of their main street to allow restaurants to expand their outdoor seating so diners can maintain social distancing. They then rescinded the vote days later after hearing from some restaurants that it was too expensive and burdensome to try and create outdoor dining options where none had existed for them, and also from other businesses who felt closing Main Street would hurt their business. Health officials are concerned that thousands of protesters gathering the streets will set off new rounds of coronavirus, which the data has indicated was abating from precautions such as staying at home, social distancing when outside, washing hands, and wearing masks. People yelling, coughing, and crying from both grief and confrontations with police involving pepper spray and tear gas sends more droplets into the air, which is mainly how the virus is spread. Here are the current coronavirus numbers in area towns. Many people, including Nancy Selchin and Madeline Woodworth, have volunteered their time, skills, materials, and energy to make thousands of masks for fellow citizens and hospital workers. While over at the Canal Cruisers bike shop on Main Street, I met with Madeline Woodworth, who described the thousands of masks she's made to help out our local hospital workers.
My name is Madeline Woodworth, and my sister Antoinette Parson and my daughter Tina Marks. We all helped donate all the stuff, and we want to thank everybody for all the money and the fabrics and everything, because everything that was donated to us, whether it was money, fabric, or any supplies, it was all donated back into buying supplies to forward to the nurses and doctors and all the life care centers and any health care aides, and also children and stuff going to the doctor's office that needed masks. So we were able to provide for all of them.
Due to the coronavirus and social distancing, Memorial Day activities at the National Cemetery in Bourne were canceled. In past years, hundreds of volunteers placed flags at each grave for Memorial Day, and a wreath-laying ceremony and parade was held. This year's observance was much quieter, with individuals and family members visiting the cemetery. While nursing homes and assisted living facilities have struggled during the pandemic, there was reason to celebrate in Bourne. A 100th birthday car parade was held for Margaret Peggy Rodriguez at the Cape Cod Senior Residences in Bourne. We all wish Peggy a very happy birthday.
Happy 100th birthday, Ward 5.
It's your birthday, yes it is, it's your birthday. Yes it is, it's your birthday, so happy birthday to you. Yes you, it's your birthday. Yes it is, it's your birthday. Yes it is, it's your birthday.
A new playground has been constructed over at the Bourne Middle School. Bourne Town Hall is closed to the public, but you can get your shellfish permits and beach parking permits and mooring transactions done online at townofbourne.com. Visit the Natural Resources page. Susan Moran, the Democratic candidate from Falmouth, won the special Plymouth and Barnstable senatorial district election. While Jay McMahon won his hometown of Bourne, he lost the election by 1,853 votes. With warmer weather, everyone seems to be biking these days. Bikes are in demand, with many seeking exercise alternatives to gym and fitness centers, which still remain closed in Phase 2. Register now and start training for the Buzzards Bay Watershed Ride to be held on October 4th. You can register at buzzardsbaycoalition.org. You can select a 35-mile ride, a 75-mile ride, or a 100-mile ride. More scholarships are available. Each year, the Arts Foundation of Cape Cod, in partnership with the Cooperative Bank of Cape Cod, offers scholarship opportunities to graduating high school seniors who are pursuing higher education in creative arts fields such as music, dance, drama, visual arts, fashion design, and creative writing. Scholarships are awarded on a competitive basis and require a submission of a portfolio and an essay. Also, the Arts Foundation of Cape Cod and Eat Your Heart Out Catering are joining forces to support the next generation of students who dream of one day becoming culinary artists. That support will come in the form of a competitive scholarship given to current Cape Cod seniors planning to earn a college degree in the culinary arts. For more information about these and other scholarships offered by the foundation, visit artsfoundation.org/programs/scholarships. Online applications close on June 30th. Looking forward to doing some outdoor shopping? Area farmers markets and farm stands are now opening up. The Falmouth Farmers Market is open every Thursday from noon to 6 p.m. You can shop outdoors for a variety of items from cupcakes, organic plants for the garden, Chicago hot dogs, homemade donuts, olive oils, vinegars, numerous other items. Located at Scranton Avenue in Falmouth. Starting on May 28th, the Plymouth Farmers Market will be held at the Mayflower Brewing Company, located at 12 Resnick Road. They are open every Thursday from 3 to 6 p.m. Bourne's Organic Bay End Farm, located at 200 Bourndale Road, offers organic vegetables, herbs, and flowers grown in Buzzards Bay, and also some delicious baked goods, preserves, sandwiches, dinners, and coffee from their kitchen. They're open June through October. Here's what's happening downtown. The Buzzards Bay Beautification Committee and the Aptucxet Garden Club have once again worked to improve our Main Street by filling the planters with flowers and American flags. The Diocese of Fall River announced that the financial impact of the COVID-19 crisis requires it to close 2 Catholic schools at the end of this school year. Coyle and Cassidy Middle School and High School in Taunton and St. Margaret Primary School in Buzzards Bay were relying on the diocese to cover budget shortfalls, but the pandemic has made that unsustainable. For over a century, Catholic schools have educated thousands of children in the Diocese of Fall River. Today, there are about 5,700 students in the pre-K through 12th grade in 22 Catholic schools from Attleboro to Cape Cod. More construction's happening on Main Street as the old Cruitai building on Main was demolished as they prepare for a new ice cream shop which is planned. Construction of the Calamar Apartments can now be seen from Main Street. This is the view taken from the Bourne Community Building parking lot. The community building is closed, however, you can still order drop-and-go meals by Sid's Kitchen. To place an order, call the Council on Aging at 508-759-0600, extension 5227. Your order must be placed on Friday for the following week. Meals are delivered on Thursdays. If you are in need of Meals on Wheels, please call Elder Services of Cape Cod at 508-394-4630. Friends of the Bourne Food Pantry are asking for monetary donations during the pandemic. Monetary donations may be made out to Friends of the Council on Aging at P.O. Box 144, Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts 02532, and clearly note it as a donation for the food pantry. More good news, some additional restaurants in Bourne have opened for takeout and curbside pickup, including Golden Place in Aptucxet, Mahoney's on Main in Buzzards Bay, and Betty Ann's Ice Cream on Main Street is also open now. Here are some beautiful photos taken by area photographers showing the beauty that surrounds us. In our segment, Bourne Outdoors, we take a hike through one of the trails at Aptucxet. a reminder to keep a lookout for poison ivies, leaves of 3, and to be careful and protect yourselves from disease-carrying ticks. Well, thanks for watching this episode of the Bourne Review. Stay well, and I'll see you next time.